So I've just popped into the glasshouses at Wythenshawe Horticultural Centre just to check on some cuttings I did, and ended up spending about 4 hours here doing weeding and transplanting plants into my fernery. Those are actually mulberries. I'll be very pleasantly surprised if they strike. This is just the sort of the propagation area, that the behind the scenes bit, but the point of this video today is actually to have a proper tour of the whole thing. And the reason I'm doing this, well, two reasons really. One is that I had some guys from the university come down, and they were talking about how Manchester tends not to, we forget a lot of things like this when they get knocked down, and I think, you know, there is a possibility this place might get demolished. Quite a strong possibility perhaps. Nobody knows what was there and who collected the stuff, where the stuff came from. We've lost a lot here already because of heaters breaking down, glass coming out during cold snaps and storms and things. But yeah, like Wythenshawe Park Horticultural Centre disappeared, and there's no record of what was there or who maintained it or who collected it, so I can't tell you all that stuff about who maintained it, who collected the stuff and things. I think the university people are going to try and find that out. But I can show what's here, what's survived the various problems we've had. That's something I put in today. I'm not even sure it's a fern, it could be a bamboo. There's not really any budget for plants, so anything's better than nothing. I've put up a little fairy bridge thing there. And somebody, apparently, it's a little grotto, these rills, you can see why the kids love this place. Yeah, somebody apparently is making us some new fairy houses, which I'll be really happy about, because the kids apparently really love this bit more than anywhere else around here, which you can kind of understand, you know, a bit of magic when you're a kid. It's nice, isn't it? So yeah, keep working on that. Just been irrigating it with the sprayers, most of which still work. This is the rill that gets fed by that waterfall back there. Runs down to another pond. You don't normally get fish in here, but there's one. Runs down to the other pond, which has got some things I put in it, which will hopefully grow this year. Pontidaria. That's papyrus. More commonly grows around the Nile. Not exactly the Nile we've got here, but the papyrus doesn't seem to mind. This is the other pond. So yeah, it's lovely, the sensory nature of the place, you know, the water running in the rills in the fernery, and we've got ponds in here, the birds singing, you can hear them now. We also get wild birds coming in, and that's nice because their song's quite tuneful and they keep passed down a little bit as well. There's the old quail, still about. It's much more friendly now. He used to run off when I came, but I think they recognise me now. I don't feed them, but yeah, come to say hello. Oh, so cute. Yeah, this area is supposed to be the tropical rainforest, and again, well, it's a bit too cold to be the tropical rainforest. It's suffered more than anywhere else really with the heaters. These ponds have a habit of self-emptying as well occasionally, but there's quite a lot of survivors, things that all will recover, you know. This is actually where I got that fern from, digging it up today. Some nicely scented stuff in here as well. Got a plant in flower at the moment actually. It smells really beautiful. It's kind of like roses really, but unfortunately again damaged in the cold, so most of the blossom died, but it has rallied a bit. I've been doing this area, just weeding it today. got quite a lot done. That's the motor on one of the heaters. I actually suspect that was probably burning with no one around for a little while in here. Fortunately didn't set fire to anything else. Another pond down there, a little bridge over it. This is the stuff that smells really nice. I'm not sure what it is, but you know, unfortunately a lot of the blossom got killed by the cold weather. This is supposed to be the temperate house, but actually it's a lot warmer than the tropical rainforest house. It's a bit knackered, this bridge, but it's okay for me. And this is the area looked after by Dave Maycock, the legend. Pretty much kept this place running single-handed since the lockdown. I'm the only other regular volunteer inside the greenhouses. Loads of people do stuff outside, but I think it's important to keep this place looking good, because when anyone from the council or the RHS or any of these other organisations that, you know, the uni, any of these organisations that can help with funding or, you know, putting a bit of pressure maybe on the council to say, you know, this is worth keeping, they can come down and look at it, and they don't have to imagine what it would be like. They can see at least parts of it where it is maintained like this, done by Dave. All these crassulas in flower at the moment, lovely plants. Yeah, you can see how nice it is, and yeah, hopefully we will get some more volunteers in the greenhouses. I mean, personally, to be honest, I kind of volunteered just so I could get in here. But I'm so glad I did. I used to volunteer somewhere else, and it's so much better here. The people are nicer, if I'm completely honest. Apparently these things are edible and quite expensive in Britain as well, but never tried one on account of all the massive thorns. Maybe I should though. Are punchers, they are. Sort of use them as hedges in the Mediterranean, other places where they grow. I love these big cactus. They remind me of when I worked at the uni. One of my first ever jobs there was to cut a load of these things down because they were pushing panels out of the roof. So hopefully we keep on top of everything, keep it looking nice. The council will keep it open, and that's cold damage. Yeah, the council will keep it open, and you know, these things will push panels out of the roof, and then I'll have to get up on a ladder and cut them down or something, which I don't mind. Well worth it. So yeah, that's your tour of the glasshouses at Wythenshawe Horticultural Centre. So if you ever hear anyone talking about it, just say, oh, it's brilliant, that place, even if you've never been, because that might sway a few opinions and, you know, make the council and these other people find the money to do this. You know, I'm not going to lie, I love being in here on my own with it being closed to the public and stuff, but that isn't what it's for. And it's not an impossible task. They've got to raise a bit for the roof, maybe fix the ponds, you know. I think they could easily get volunteers to maintain this with a bit of effort. I think I could recruit volunteers to look after this because it's such a beautiful place to work. You know, what's not to like about coming here and doing a little bit? We've got a wild bird in there. That's another nice thing. One of the nice things actually about having this shaky greenhouse is that where there's gaps, you do get native birds coming in, and their song's another aspect to the sensory, you know, the sensory nature of this place. We should probably actually play on that a bit for funding. Certainly would be nice if you're, you know, visually impaired or whatever. The thorns on this, worse than cacti, bleed to death off them. So yeah, that's the tour. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you get to visit sometime as well if you want to, you know. Yeah, once it's had a coat of paint and a bit of a clean up, and the heaters have worked consistently for you know, maybe a couple of years. This could be really something. Easily worthy of Kew, if you ask me, and I've been to Kew. And this place could definitely be just as good as some of the places there. Even in some ways more interesting because it's a different period and was designed for a different purpose, so it's a bit more utilitarian than Kew. But to me, that's part of its charm. Anyway, I'm going on, so I'll stop now. I hope you enjoyed it.